This is the Bay Area's news station. KRON 4 News at 8 starts now.
Now at 8 o'clock, the grandmother of the 3-year-old girl found dead inside a Napa apartment is telling KRON 4 tonight that her daughter, who is accused in the murder, did not commit the crime. Kayleigh Slusher's autopsy results will determine whether or not Napa Child Protective Services officials will be allowed to release information regarding contact made by their agency prior to Kayleigh's body being found. Today, a Napa County judge denied their request to make that information public. However, records show Napa police answered nearly a dozen calls for service to the apartment where Kayleigh lived with her mother and the mother's boyfriend. Both are being charged with her murder. New tonight at 8 o'clock and only on KRON 4, our J.R. Stone is live in Napa, where he spoke exclusively to Kayleigh's grandmother. J.R., what did she tell you?
Well, I did, and certainly, Pam, she was broken up about what happened. She can't believe what happened. She can't believe that her daughter, Sarah, is still behind bars right now because she says that, as you said before, she did not do it. I want to step out of the way. You look off into the distance, and you can see the candles that are still lit in Kayleigh's memory. 3-year-old Kayleigh Slusher will only live in memory after being found dead over the weekend. Police say she was beaten to death. It's believed that her mother and mother's boyfriend stored Kayleigh's lifeless body in a suitcase that they placed in their freezer for a matter of days. Wednesday, I spoke exclusively with Kayleigh's grandmother, who said her daughter, also Kayleigh's mother, Sarah, didn't do it. Sarah Kruger and her boyfriend, Ryan Warner, are both behind bars in connection to the crime. I asked Kayleigh's grandmother about the suitcase and the freezer. As tears trickled down her face, she said, quote, "My daughter didn't do that," out quote. As we continued our conversation off camera, Kayleigh's grandmother referred to Sarah, saying, quote, "She couldn't have done that. She loved her daughter." I asked if Sarah and her boyfriend Ryan had had any recent problems. Kayleigh's grandmother told me she didn't know of any, but she does believe her daughter was too scared to tell her what was going on. I asked her about her daughter's boyfriend Ryan Warner, who is also behind bars in connection to the crime. She says she didn't know him very well, but also described him as a scary guy and a, quote, monster. Kayleigh's grandmother says she doesn't know what happened in that apartment last week, but continued to tell me that Sarah didn't do it. And out here live in Napa, you can see those candles that have been lit and the memorial that is still set up in Kayleigh's memory. I also talked with a number of neighbors in that Napa area where Sarah's mom lived, Kayleigh's grandmother lives, and they told me they still can't believe what has happened as well. One neighbor told me that Sarah was no doubt a good mom, regardless of what happened in this case. Now, I did try to speak with some other folks in the family members on the Slusher side. They chose not to comment. Live in Napa, J.R. Stone, KRON 4 News.